How's it going, everybody? God Baer here. Once again, thank you for clicking into one of my videos. We are back with our yTb episode. This is Game 7. The Baltimore Ravens are ahead in this series 4-2, so the Chiefs desperately need to come back out and fight for any sort of championship run, because right now, we're going to go ahead and run away with it, which is what me, being this player right here, being the quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens, would absolutely love, just to solidify the championship title for this team with 2 more wins. Because of course it's best of 10 and we're nearly there. We are building up attribute points, so if you're in the series, be sure to wait till the end of the video to see how well you do. Heads, punch, where are you, my buddy? I need you to put in your 45 attribute points that you have right now. I know you're still doing relatively well, but you would do so much better. You would be absolutely phenomenal with 45 more attribute points. That is literally half of a player base build, which is what you're at. You are still technically level 1, despite being, I believe, level 10, which is kind of ridiculous, but that's besides the point. We're just about to kick off this game, but first we do have the player spin wheel. It is the Ravens home team, so of course it is our turn to get extra experience. Looking at the last video, it is 14 likes, so that is 14 extra experience for Sean Maffia on top of what he does in this game. So hopefully you can go off for us. That would definitely help my quarterback out because we feed off the same stats, and that's who we're going to right off the very first play of the game. He has low agility, so he's unable to cut off field and get that one into the end zone. But here's Punch busting off another big run. He's got some safeties that he has to make miss, as they're both going to get a hold of him right there, tackle him inside the 5-yard line. And now my quarterback, plenty of time, going to go ahead and step up a little bit and find a wide open Sean Maffia. But we only gained about 1 yard, so down to the 2. Punch, who has 50 catching. I'm happy he secures a lot of these passes I throw his way. I've only seen very, and I mean very few, probably only 1 or 2 out of these now being 7 games that he's dropped a pass. But this dude right here, Joshy Oof, has been playing spectacularly ever since he got his agility up to 90, which is so much higher than anybody else in the entire yTb roster. Joshy Oof is running away with the rushing category statistics over Punch, which is another one of those reasons I would love my running back, this dude right here, to watch one of the videos and let me know where he wants his attribute points allocated. He's still going to make a couple people miss. He does have a little bit into his agility, so he can at least outmaneuver people that don't have attributes into their agility, like few of the defenders on the Chiefs and then all of the CPU defenders. But this man just breaks the tackle, and now I believe he has 99 speed. I could be wrong, but I believe it's 99 speed now because he is up to, I believe, level 9 or 10 as well, and he's gotten quite a few points extra off of that player build into his player. And this man, Sean Maffia, just off a wide receiver screen, cuts up field. Of course, the dummy CPU corners are not going to be able to make a play. The 50 awareness, the 50 agility, all of those mediocre default stats aren't going to help him. And Sean Maffia, thank you. You are already guaranteed a good day in terms of experience because of that spin wheel. So anything you get on top of that is just going to benefit us both, and I absolutely love it. He is my main target on offense. I know that the tight end and Justin DaMan and Clive Parker have taken a backseat towards Sean Maffia, but hopefully down the road, because we don't have a whole lot of games left, Season 1 is actually almost over, and it is crazy to think about. I want you guys to start paying attention to how players are doing, who's like truly making an impact on their team, because after this episode we have 3 games left until the championship, and that means we're gonna have the 2 team captains. The 2 team captains, of course, we're all going to vote on. I will do a video with everybody's season stats and everybody's best play of the season when I show their so-called stats, and then I will comment all of their stats and their names down below, and then everybody within the series and whoever just happens to watch the video can go down below, and then at that point like the player they would want to be a team captain. The 2 most liked players will be the 2 team captains. Just like if we were playing kickball, the 2 team captains rotate pick their players out of the yTb roster, and then from the next season those 2 team captains and the team they chose will, of course, we will have to do the 32 NFL spin wheel and randomly spin to see what 2 teams we get next season, but it's at that point, like we said, already done. We got the teams, we got the team captains, everything is set to kick off, and we're just going to have a much more insane, phenomenal, arguably even more lopsided series, if not just that much closer, because you never know how either team captain is going to choose their players. You could choose all the defensive players and force the other team to take all the offensive players, or of course you could take all the offensive weapons and force the other team to have all the defensive guys, depending on how you want to take it. As I'm assuming my player was trying to throw to the check down being the running back, but he airmailed it to Crazy Hands, and this man had a lot of space up until Punch tracks him down, and I'm happy. I know I did just throw my first career interception. Hyphy did beat me to throwing an interception. It was to a CPU Baltimore Raven though, so nobody gained extra experience, which was the opposite of my interception. Crazy Hands will get 5 extra experience for that interception, which I didn't like, and he nearly took it back to the end zone, which would have been 5 more experience for the touchdown. So I'm happy that he didn't get just padded stats and padded experience. But right now, we're getting close to the end of the first half. It is a 42-28 game. This one has gotten a little out of hand. We are not going to get a touchdown before half, which is what we desperately needed, because the Chiefs get the ball to open up the second half, and they can make this a 3-possession game. And that would be worst case scenario. Right here, a little bit of play action rolling towards the blitz that we called, so get another sack. And I would like to mention or suggest, Cameron Gross, I know you swapped from kicker to defensive end because, of course, kickers, we had not really kicked field goals. It's ironic that we're finally kind of kicking field goals once you're no longer the kicker, but that's besides the point. I was going to say, your debut as a defensive end, you did not get a tackle. In this game, you have yet to get a tackle. So maybe, like when I was getting to, a suggestion or a recommendation would be swap to linebacker, have that be outside or middle linebacker until you gain some more levels and attributes, and then possibly swap back to defensive end once you can truly get some block sheds or just get past the offensive lineman with better pass rush moves. Of course, depending on how you played a linebacker, maybe that would just be a best fit for you, especially being 6'5", 250 would be phenomenal. I know your player does have 99 speed, so you'll be able to keep up on any tight end, running back, or wide receiver if you are in man coverage. So again, just suggestions for you as we're trying to fight back. It's still a 2-possession game. We're down by 11 points. So we desperately need a defensive stop right now. So if my 3 guys, Cameron Gross, Dandre Welch, and IM Konrad, can step up and get a stop, as this man Joshy Oof just maneuvers through the defenders with that so-called 90 agility, getting another touchdown on the day, and he's trying to beat his best 400-yard game, and he had, I believe, 5 or 6 touchdowns on his career best. He's looking to improve on that game in this one, and he's doing a very good job about it. Right here, you're going to see Clive Parker, just another quick release ball on a wide receiver screen, and my players make plays. They're doing a very good job with these small plays becoming touchdown outcomes, and I love it. Of course, my mid and short are finally to 75, my deep being 80. They were really low passing attributes, but now they are subpar attributes, and I can actually complete those passes, and they're coming of fruition for the team. Sean Toaster, you're helping yourself. Hyphy, of course, would love a passing touchdown, but that one is going to be counted as a backward pass and a 41-yard rushing touchdown for Sean Toaster. And now, here's this man, Clive Parker, once again becoming part of this offense. He only had, I believe, 2 or 3 catches out of the 3 games he had prior to this, and now that's got to be his 4th or 5th reception. And I like how all of my offensive options are getting involved in this game. Justin DaMan, if you want, we don't have a whole lot of time left in this game, but we're going to get another offensive chance because Joshy Oof is going to get in the end zone with a good block from Sean Toaster near the end of that play. I'm Konrad. Maybe while we're on the day of advice, getting the agility up, as well as Dandre Welch. If the two of you want to get your agility up to combat this man's 90 agility, just to make sure he can no longer maneuver between the two of you, would probably be ideal or the best case scenario. As Sean Maffia, thank you for getting me another touchdown. It's probably out of reach by now. We're still down 2 possessions even with this touchdown, but hey, we're padding stats. We know we've lost this game, but we're just going to help our players out by gaining extra experience. And now, adding fuel to the fire, adds insult to injury, blocked field goal, and now Anthony Alexander picks it up and takes it back, not for a touchdown, for 2 points. So I know, unfortunately, you don't get the experience for a touchdown. I will give you 2 extra experience for taking that one back for 2 points, because it's a turnover, and then you technically did get points. So instead of full 5, I'll give you 2, just so it's not, a single 1 experience play. That's just a little bit of a lackluster, I guess, reward for what you were capable of doing. And this man, you saw that it showed his rushing stats. He had 375 rushing yards and 7 touchdowns. Earlier in the game, the Chiefs ran 3 consecutive screenplays to Joshy Oof for another touchdown being a receiving touchdown. So this man had 451 total yards of scrimmage with 8 total touchdowns. So of course he wins player of the game. He is the epitome of why you guys won this game. He did absolutely everything for you. You saw that Hyphy, being the quarterback, did all right, but what I was going to say is he did nothing to lose you the game. He only threw 1 incompletion, and it came very late in the 4th quarter. I almost showed it to you guys just to show you how late it took for him to actually throw an incomplete pass. Of course, he only threw 7 total passes, but he was 6 for 7 with a perfect QBR and 2 touchdown passes. So he did great. My quarterback did great outside of that interception being my first one of my career, but I knew it was going to happen eventually, and I'm kind of happy that it did go to my nephew being in crazy hands. So keeping it in the family. But that's going to wrap up this video. You'll see that the players are a little bit mismatched just because I decided instead of putting them in order by team, I just uploaded them alphabetically that they were in my folder just so I didn't have to mismatch and try to put them in order that I have them in the roster in the description of the video, because that's what I was doing prior. So they're a little bit mismatched. This way you guys know alphabetically. So of course, if you're like me and it's God Baer, it's G. So people like Cocoa Puff are in front of me because C is before G, etc. Not going to get too far into that. You guys know how the alphabet works. But that is going to wrap this video up. Be sure to check out your experience, see if you grew any levels, see if you have any attributes to allocate onto your player to become better. Punch, punch. That's mainly you. But that's going to wrap this one up. Let me know if you enjoyed the video down below in the comment section, or that thumbs up. Much appreciated. And until next time, everybody, God Baer out.